Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a brilliant, centuries-old story by the famous Muslim poet Rumi called The Elephant in the Dark. If you've ever argued with someone where you both were convinced you were 100% right and ended up completely missing the bigger picture, this video is for you. It's a short story, but it packs a massive punch about human nature, perspective, and how we understand the world. Imagine a town where the citizens have never seen an elephant before. One day, a merchant brings one to town, but because there's no proper exhibition space, it's kept inside a completely pitch-black barn. Curious to know what this strange creature looks like, a few villagers head into the dark barn. Since they can't see anything, they start using their hands to feel their way around the animal. When they come out, everyone else asks, "So, what is an elephant like?" The first person who had touched the trunk says, "It's simple. An elephant is like a long, thick water pipe." The second person who had felt the ear scoffs and says, "No, not at all. It's wide and flat, exactly like a large fan." The third person who had wrapped their arms around one of the legs argues, "You're both wrong. It's sturdy and round, just like a pillar." They all touched the exact same animal, yet they came out completely disagreeing, ready to fight over who was right. Rumi wasn't just writing a funny story about confused villagers. He was holding up a mirror to humanity. Here are the three major takeaways we can learn from this. We like to think we see the world exactly as it is, but Rumi reminds us that our individual perspective is incredibly limited. Each villager's description was correct in its own small way, but entirely false as a whole. We do this all the time with complex issues, politics, relationships, religion. We experience one tiny fraction of the truth and assume we know the whole story. The real tragedy in the story isn't that the villagers were in the dark. It's that they were so certain they knew the whole truth based on minimal information. Certainty closes our minds to learning. Rumi ends the poem with a beautiful line that ties everything together. He says, "If each of us held a candle and we all went in together, the darkness would disappear." If the villagers had just sat down, combined their experiences, and listened to one another, they could have pieced together the image of the elephant. In today's world of internet echo chambers, we are constantly living out Rumi's poem. We look at a tiny slice of the world through our screens, touch one part of the elephant, and then argue with anyone who sees it differently. The next time you find yourself radically disagreeing with someone, take a breath and ask yourself, are they wrong or are they just touching a different part of the elephant? If we want to see the whole picture, we have to stop arguing in the dark and start sharing our candles.